Hi creative friends, today I'm sharing a really quick video on how to polish brass fast. And I'll be demonstrating how fast and easy this is on this 1978 glass and brass table makeover. I'm Denise at Salvaged Inspirations. Let's get started. I picked up this glass and brass table from my local restore for 50% off. And the big seller for me was all this brass detailing. I found it very interesting. The problem was it's so old and it was so tarnished, you could barely even notice it. So when I brought it home, I gave it a nice wipe down and I started disassembling this table and removing all the brass hardware. I'm going to start this tutorial with how I shined this brass up super fast and easy, because if you read the title, that's probably why you're here. For the rest of you who might be interested in the rest of the makeover, it will come after how to shine the brass. So my go-to brass cleaner has always been Brasso. I also have used 3 homemade brass cleaner recipes, which I'll leave in the link in down below in the See More box, which have worked really well. But after trying this product, which you probably may even have in your kitchen, I am never going back. This works amazing and it's so easy to use. And the product is, drum roll please, Barkeeper's Friend. Now, I've been using this to clean my sinks, my stainless steel pots and pans, bathtub, etc. I started using it about a year ago when I saw the video from Rajiv Surendra. Hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. Oh, I love his videos. I'll link that in the See More box down below as well if you'd like to go take a peek. And ever since I started using it, I have not gone back. It is fabulous and it's been around for years. I buy mine from the dollar store for about $4 because nothing's $1 anymore at the dollar store. And I used not even a quarter of this for all this brass. So it really turned out to be less than $1. It's pennies to polish up brass if that's what you're going to be using it for. So as you can see, all you need is a soft cloth or some sort of lint-free rag, some Barkeeper's Friend, and your brass. You pour a little product onto your soft rag and start rubbing the brass. You'll see how amazing it removes all the dark patina and staining. If you find that you have some very difficult staining, like it just doesn't want to budge, you just add a little more pressure and it'll come right off. And once the old dark patina is lifted, then you can give it a little buff with a clean part of your rag or a separate rag just for the buffing. And the more you buff, the shinier it gets and it looks shiny and new. I also wanted to mention that if you have a lot of brass to polish, like this had quite a few components and your one hand starts getting tired, you know what? Use the other. Like I just put the cloth down on the towel. I poured a little Barkeeper's Friend on there, and then using my other hand, I just rubbed the little joints, brass joints, right on there. So you could swap hands out. It doesn't always have to be the one hand just doing the buffing. And check out the before and after. It looks fabulous. It was so shiny and looked so new in comparison to all that dark tarnish that was on there. So now if you're interested in the rest of the makeover, once I had the coffee table taken apart, I sanded the flat areas with a 120 grit sandpaper and my Bosch sander. And this prepped the wood for the paint wash I was about to use. To strip the rest of the stain and finish off with the routed edges, I used a carbide scraper, and I took my time working in sections, trying to keep a smooth motion so I didn't gouge the wood. Full disclosure, I did gouge some of the wood. I found most of the areas worked out very well for me, and then there were a few tricky areas, and I did not get the smoothest finish. So what I had to do was keep adjusting the angle and the pressure, and then I needed to give those rough edges a really good hand sanding afterwards. Once I was down to the bare wood and had all the finish off, it was time for the paint wash. And to give the wood frame of this table an updated look, I decided on this dried sage chalk mineral paint. I mixed a 50-50 mix of paint to water, and then I applied the paint wash using an inexpensive chip brush. Once I worked in sections, and then using a shop towel, I wiped off the excess. I've used this dried sage on plenty of furniture makeovers. It has, I'd say a gray-green tone and can be used as a gorgeous neutral in any setting. I have done, like I said, numerous pieces, and they always sell very, very quickly. So this color, if you're looking for a modern neutral, but it's not like your normal neutral, say a beige or cream or black, this is definitely a hit. I'll also include all the supplies I've used in the See More box down below. For the finishing details, I brushed on 2 coats of this durable top coat. I use Gator Hide all the time. If I'm spraying this Gator Hide top coat, I usually do 3 coats, but when brushing, it goes on somewhat thicker, so 2 coats works really well. Gator Hide is water repellent and tough enough for high traffic pieces or even outdoor pieces. So it's perfect for this coffee table. Once my top coat had dried, I reassembled the table back together, and let's check it out. Here's the before. And here's the after, and I'm really liking this funky vibe. It's kind of like a vintage table, yet kind of with a modern finish. The brass is all shiny. When the light hits it, it gleams. I'm really liking it, and I cannot wait to hear what you think. And a big thank you to Christine, who left a message on the SI blog saying that she purchased this model of table back in 1978 and always enjoyed it. And that is how I know that it is from 1978, because I was so curious when I bought it. Thanks, Christine. I really appreciated you chiming in. I hope you enjoyed today's furniture tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to like and subscribe here on YouTube. And you can also find me over at salvagedinspirations.com, where I have over 500 furniture painting tutorials teaching you how to make your furniture beautiful. Until next time, have a fabulous week. And thanks for being here, guys. Bye.